here to talk to you about something as important as life itself. I'm here to talk to you about your life. And there's nobody more qualified to talk to you about your life. I'm a life management expert. I've got several books out. I'm a syndicated radio show host. And let me talk to you about your life. The truth of the matter is, if you're watching this, you're already more intelligent, more capable, and more skilled than the average person. And you probably know that. Good for you. Here's what makes a successful life. You could really do anything, couldn't you? What makes it a successful life is you as a quality person. You living your fulfilled existence. You tapping into the desire, the motivation, and the inspiration that makes life worth living. You didn't come to the planet here to just punch a time clock. You came to the planet to be self-actualizing. You came here to have a life worth living. So let's talk about that, having a life worth living. Now, regardless of what you do, whether you're in the green business, whether you're introducing people to the green business, or whether you're moving in some other sphere of consciousness on the planet, the important thing is who you are, because you are the magic and you are the gift. And that is the only thing that you have any control over. You can't really control the market forces, can you? But you can control your quality of existence and who you are and what you bring to the table. Being self-employed allows you to have the most creative freedom and refining who you are and making you the best person that you can be, because the sum total of your investment is you and your life, and it doesn't get better than that. So let's talk about you investing in you. Where does that begin? It begins in how you define yourself and how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as a person who works endlessly and at the end of the day doesn't have much to show for it, that feels emotionally, psychologically bankrupt in exchange for a paycheck? Or do you see yourself as a creative person that came here because you have more to give than that? How successful you are is always going to come back to one thing: how you see yourself. Seeing yourself as a divine, intelligent force of love that has the ability to create a new response to life is really the foundation for everything that you do. There are going to be people here that are going to give you different pieces on how to take self-employment to various levels of excelled success. But what I'm here to talk to you about is the most important component. You. How do you see yourself? Ask yourself, how do you define yourself? Do you constantly refer to yourself as a person who doesn't have enough time, doesn't have enough money, doesn't have enough opportunity? May I suggest you put that down now, because that is not useful to you, and that's not a quality of self-definition you're going to want to carry into any venue of life. But being self-employed allows you to give your attention to reinventing and defining yourself outside of the box. There are no boundaries except for the ones that you give. You get to be your own creator, your own inventor. You get to decide when you give your attention to something and when you invest in something else. You have the ultimate in free will in refining yourself as a person and making a contribution. But regardless of what you're choosing to invest in, there's going to be one constant that's going to determine how successful you are in anything that you do in life. And that is, how do you see yourself? So when you're looking at constructing your own business, and you're looking especially at a business of service, this is what I suggest. Very simple exercise. Take a piece of paper and start writing down qualities about how you see yourself. You can draw a line on the piece of paper. So you've got column A, column B. Write down all the things, how you see yourself. Then after you've written down how you define yourself, how you see yourself, go over it and review it. And if there's some self-definitions in there that you can live without, They're not really honest about honoring who you are as a creative, brilliant person on the planet. Let it go. Purge it. And I want you to take that piece of paper and cut it into half. Take all the self-definitions that do work for you, that are relative to your value, your power, and worth, and write them down on the second column. And take the best edited, well-conscious version of yourself and internalize that. Keep that second column. Take the first column that's got self-definitions in it that you can grow beyond, that you know aren't working for you. Take it to your nearest paper shredder and let it go. Because self-employment is about self-definition, self-refinement, self-actualization. And if you're ready for a life worth living, if you're ready to take your power back, if you're ready to be the master of your own self-definition, your own creativity, welcome. You've arrived at the right place.